What is going on, entrepreneurs, leaders, and influencers? Man, super excited to share with you all my 4 lessons learned from my interview with a massive social media influencer, John Lee Dumas. I'm going to do a quick announcement and then I'll get into the 4 lessons learned from John Lee Dumas. So, exciting news. We are launching our 8-week course on emotional intelligence next week. So for those of you all that are ready to take your emotional intelligence and emotional health to the next level, you can get the details at eqforentrepreneurs.com/EQA. eqforentrepreneurs.com/EQA. Now, check this out. John Lee Dumas, for those of y'all that don't know John Lee Dumas, he is the host of Entrepreneurs on Fire, where he interviews, it's an award-winning podcast. He's interviewed thousands of entrepreneurs that are totally on fire, that are successful, they're crushing it. And he's got over 2,500 episodes, 1 million listens a month, and a 7-figure annual revenue. He put together the website eofire.com, and he has got a tremendous amount of experience and wisdom. Just a phenomenal guy. So if you have not heard of him before, if you've not checked out his podcast, Entrepreneurs on Fire, I highly recommend it. So here are my 4 lessons learned from my time with John Lee Dumas. I just interviewed him, so the actual podcast interview will come out here, soon, maybe next week, depends on our timeline here, but you will be hearing the full podcast interview within the next week or so. So 4 lessons I learned from interviewing one of the most successful podcasters and social media influencers out there. Number 1, he brought his A game. What do I mean by that? He was very high energy, and not many people matched my energy level, but he totally did. So he brought his energy. Number 2 is he's a clear thinker. Now this is still he brought his A game. So he had high energy, clear thinker, and an excellent communicator. Excellent communicator. So that's number 1. He brought his A game. Lesson number 2, he shared very practical information. For those of y'all, again, that are entrepreneurs or wantrepreneurs or intrapreneurs, maybe in a company, but you're operating very independently. They give you lots of freedom and stuff to be able to think for yourself, that kind of thing. That's the importance of practical information is very key. Number 3, he added tremendous value and shared some great insights on emotional health and emotional intelligence and how that relates to business. So that was number 3. He added tremendous value. Number 4, one sneak peek from the interview. I asked him this question, based on the thousands of interviews he's done with very successful entrepreneurs, did he feel that there was a connection between emotional health, and emotional intelligence, and being a successful entrepreneur, being a successful business guy or business lady? And he said 100%. He said, basically, so goes your EQ, so goes your business. So goes your emotional health, so goes your business. And he said, after interviewing thousands of entrepreneurs, burnout is a very real issue for entrepreneurs. Burnout it's a very, very real thing. And to avoid burnout, he said, if you don't want to just be a flash in the pan entrepreneur, I'm using my words. If you don't want to be just a short-term entrepreneur and be successful like a couple years, but you want to be in business and have a successful entrepreneur business for 10, 20, 30 years, he's like, man, you have to take care of yourself. You have to make sure that your emotional health is on point. Otherwise, again, like many entrepreneurs do, you will absolutely crash and burn. So very quickly, those 4 lessons I learned there. Number 1, he brought his A game to the interview. Number 2, he shared very practical information. Number 3, he added tremendous value and shared some great insights on EQ and EQ, emotional health. And then number 4, he said that there's definitely a correlation between success in business and one's emotional intelligence. So again, for those of y'all that want to check out our course that we're launching next week, please check out eqforentrepreneurs.com/EQA to get the details. Hope you got some great skinny out of my lessons learned today, and I can't wait for you all to hear the actual interview with John Lee Dumas in the next week or so.